I'm in shock. Something just happened and I don't even know how to put it into words. Just recently, I made a video about all of my top crypto coins. It was loved by many and I said, I'm gonna do another one. But the point is though, now, today, I am looking at the crypto market cap. And you wanna know what's funny? Every single one of my coins is just going absolutely crazy. And at some point, like I've been trying to say for a while, I just don't know how to handle it anymore. AOS is my biggest AI holding. It's up 31% today, up like 200% from the bottom. Brett is up 30% today after going up like 30% yesterday. HBAR, which we'll be talking about today, is up 15%. Most people said it could not get above 15 cents, but look at where we are with HBAR. It just keeps on going. Core, as you guys know, is one of my biggest holdings. It's up like a lot in this week. Of course, we've got our XRP and all those coins, which are up some juicy amounts. But specifically here, ladies and gentlemen, HBAR, it just keeps on going. And there's a fun little thing I think I need to mention when it comes to HBAR, and that is that the run for the coin is, in my opinion, nowhere near over. I mean, we're about 1/3 on our way towards an all-time high, but I've stated before, I think many of our favorite coins are gonna go to that all-time high and then start rolling from there. I mean, the guys at HBAR get announcements going every, I don't know how to say it, like a freaking, like on a roll. But actually, before I dive into any of that, guys, if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press the like button on this video. I'm trying to get a new like record. All right, I think our likes on HBAR video has been capped at 604. So the highest amount of likes we've ever received on a Hedera video is 604 likes. If we can beat that today, that would be crazy because, well, we're not at all-time highs, but it basically feels like it, right? It feels like we are at an all-time high with the way in which things are going. Ladies and gentlemen, right now as we speak though, all my positions are still open. And I'm even, you might call me crazy, but I'm even thinking of just adding to these positions, just add more trades, go crazier because the bull run, right? We're in such a good spot, man. Here, for example, on Dogecoin, it feels like we're about to super send. My XRP just keeps outperforming everything. The $250 we put in right now is at about $2,500 worth of profit. But again, that's besides all the trades we've got to open right here with all these positions going crazy. Doge in 30K profit, XRP in 40K profit, 42K, I think actually. Solana is doing good. WIF is doing really bad. Ethereum up 15K or something like that. Bitcoin up 27K. So definitely not too bad on our trades. Cardano up about 1,400%. I should have added an HBAR to our streaming account, but right now we are so ridiculously high that I'm like, ooh, I should wait maybe for another juicy dip, because I've been saying for a long time HBAR can go crazy, and now it has. It topped 20 cents right now for the first time in how long? Let's quickly go check it out. The last time we were at these prices was about April of 2022. So 2.5 years since we've seen prices like this. And I keep saying, guys, the 2021 run, right, where HBAR went to all these previous heights at, I think right now we're going to beat it by far. Because I kind of feel as if right now we're basically in this area, right? Where back then it went to about 11 cents. Right now, throughout this month, which just started, we're already up, but I think throughout the month, let's say we, for example, end up at what? Maybe let's say, for example, 40 cents, something like that. Then that the next month is gonna be where things go crazy and we actually shoot up towards the dollar value and higher from there. Now, again, I'm not gonna guarantee you that that's gonna happen, but just logically, it kind of feels like we're repeating this. Again, on a slightly higher scale, I think what we're seeing right now, this is just the chart over here copied onto the current one. I think this is not where we top out. I don't think 60 cents is a proper target. Then again, from the actual monthly top, the highest point we ever hit was 40 cents. You know what's funny, guys? With the way in which HBAR has been going right now, we could actually top that out very quickly. But again, taking a look at it from a monthly perspective, you can see that even back in the 2021 run, we had multiple weeks of just crazy green with one absolute crazy God candle one week. I still think we have not seen that candle yet for HBAR. Back then, let's just quickly see for fun. Back then, in about 1 or 2 weeks, it did 211% worth of gains within that week. HBAR has been doing good, sure, but not been doing that crazy, especially not at the higher territories. Right now, again, just look at back what happened back then, right? We can still get a candle of just like freaking a few 100%, maybe 200% or so in 1 week, bringing us to maybe even 60 cents just in a span of days. People are forgetting that it's happened in the past and that some crazy gain structure like that is not that uncommon. Especially noticing that Bitcoin right now, let it quickly load in, is still on its way towards the top. It could be that right now we get a couple of quiet weeks for HBAR, but generally speaking, we know where we'll end up over the next few months because the tech is good, the community is good, nobody wants to sell here yet. All right, I'm in crazy amounts of profit on my HBAR, but there's 0% chance in my head that I'm cashing my positions out here. I want to take this so much freaking higher. 40 cents, it's nothing. Right? It's a barrier to overtake, and it's actually where the highest ever weekly close was at. And like we just said, the highest monthly close as well was at about 46 cents. We need to go, or let's see, actually, wait a minute. Now, the highest weekly close was at 40.7 cents, actually. So not 46, that's the highest point the day after, I should say the month after or so. But yeah, what are my price targets for HBAR? I'm going to say that one of the most important levels to watch right now is these previous high points. So on a monthly level, it's about 40.9, but then again, there's another monthly one at about 35 cents. These might act as some psychological barriers. On the shorter term, I'm going to say that we faced a lot of struggles around this ballpark, right? Around the 24-cent ballpark. That's the most interesting level to watch on the shorter term. If we take a look at the weekly chart, things become a little bit more apparent. For example, from here it becomes more apparent that indeed this whole area at roughly 24 cents has some interesting price action, has been interesting. But even right now on the shorter term, we might be facing some issues with where we acted as support back in March of 2022, as right now we just got rejected over there. And from the high points you can see it, right? These are all the most interesting levels to watch for when it comes to the HBAR price. I'm not saying all of these will be critical, I'm just saying these are the most interesting ones that we are watching for right now as we speak, with the zones being way more important than the lines, but these are just areas that are interesting to watch for, not necessarily the most important ones. I'd say the most important one is right here at around 24 and a bit cents. And right here at 33 cents, so about 10 cents apart or so. And then basically all-time high territory. There was only some slight wicks to these crazy all-time highs. The real all-time high territory starts at about 44 cents, or basically 41 to 44 cents. Anything 40 cent upwards or so is basically all-time high territory again. Even though the HBAR price officially topped at 57, it was only there for a very short amount of time. Just like how with XRP, we kind of consider everything above $3 as like all-time high territory. So now where do I think HBAR will go from here? Guys, I've said it before, I think most of these coins will do a few multiples of their all-time highs. So from here, have to do a pretty crazy upwards curve for it to be worth it. And I do believe it's still going to happen. So what I do believe for most of these coins, right, is from its highest point about a 3x. So for HBAR, let's just quickly take a look at a linear chart here to make it a little bit easier. If we're taking a look at it for HBAR, about a 3x or so, would place us at around $2.30 or so per HBAR. So I'm going to say about a 10x or so from the prices that we're seeing right now to kind of be a little bit more on the conservative side, or we say about a 3x, quickly, let's take it like that, from some of the lower prices. So from some of the more interesting resistance points, 3x, so let's say to about $2 or something like that. I think that's a fair target on the low end of things. Yes, HBAR can shoot up way higher. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you also want to trade, I've got a link down below to BLOFIT, which is what I'm using to trade right now. You can also win yourself some juicy stuff for trading. Just check it out with the links down below. You can use it from anywhere in the world. You might need a VPN, maybe so, but you can use it from anywhere in the world. And there's also competition going on right now, our team competition. We right now are in 27th place, winning at least $2,100 and I think about 18 or so hundred, yes. So I think it's going to be more though, as the tiers will upgrade themselves rather soon here. So I think we're going to win as a team at least 10,000 US dollars, but maybe even more if we get higher on the rankings. So I'm going to say at least like $9,000. So conservative, I'm going to put HBAR at $2 this cycle. More aggressive, well, from that perspective, I'm basically saying if Bitcoin, and this is a very interesting chart for you guys to watch. If Bitcoin decides to make a crazy move from here, right, it's very well possible that the 3x that I just mentioned is rookie numbers. For HBAR to go back to some of the earlier prices, we've got about a 5x to go versus Bitcoin, right? So a 5x from here, if Bitcoin doesn't move away from 100,000, will place HBAR back in its old position. If Bitcoin from $100,000 decides to go to $300,000, that means a 5x for HBAR just to get back to its old position, and then a 3x from there as well, placing HBAR, for example, at about a, let's just call it a 15x or so from where it is at right now, just to get back to old prices with Bitcoin at 300K. It could, however, if HBAR decides to go on a stroll, gain more dominance than it had in the past. And if we're to be able to get that, for example, go back to the original numbers, I'm not sure if we will be able to, but let's just say we actually beat it a little bit in terms of dominance and are able to get a 7x from here, so slightly more dominance versus Bitcoin than it's had before. And then Bitcoin does a 2x. You can see we're also at about a 14x in total for HBAR as of this point. Or you can understand a 7x or so versus Bitcoin, and then also a, for example, 3x with Bitcoin. The relative to Bitcoin price, by the way, how this works is you're not measuring how HBAR is doing versus the dollar, but versus Bitcoin. And that's so important because, well, if Bitcoin stays where it is at right now, which usually in an altcoin season, Bitcoin tops out, starts going slightly downwards, but mostly just sideways, then altcoins start to flourish, right? The price versus Bitcoin in some instances is actually more important to kind of see how it's doing in the general market than the price versus dollars. Because if everything is going up, you're wondering, is HBAR really doing better than the market average? And the market average we kind of consider to be Bitcoin, right? We are almost always more interested in the price versus Bitcoin than the price in the dollar terms for a longer term speculatory piece, right? If we're just looking at our portfolios, of course, the dollar value is way more important. But here we can see it's been many, many years of down. All of a sudden, the last couple of weeks here, it's been up. That is because we've been stating this. This is where the altcoin season starts going. This is where basically the curve here turns around. And back then, right back in the 2021 run, we did a 13x or so versus Bitcoin from the bottom. Here, we are already at roughly a 2.5x or so. If we do again another 13x, you can understand, we're going to get back to about from here, about a 4x or so from here still to go. That is, however, just versus Bitcoin. Anyway, boys, I can sit here talking about it for hours, but I think you guys get the notion. We're about to witness the craziest of super cycles. And I'm not saying that it's going to be only up. Never will you hear me say that. I'm just saying this has confirmed a lot of my suspicions, which were that this whole 15-cent price action, many people thought, oh, this is the end. No. This is the start. Things are going to start getting crazy from here. And I'm so freaking ready for what we're about to be brought. But once more, we know Bitcoin is about to start gaining and going crazy for the next 6, maybe 12 months. If you think that altcoins have topped out here to never go back up again, we're just on a different playing field, man. I'm so bullish, I can't even contain it in words anymore. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys stay flexy. Hope you guys stay crazy, because I'm so freaking excited, man. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again in another one. Make sure you put that notification bell on so you never miss out on another video. And yeah, that's it.